How you doing, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about how I can work 24/7. Now, I know that title and intro to the video sounds a bit clickbaity, but just give me the video to explain and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, my name is Reese Thompson. I'm the owner of Alivo. We're a digital marketing company here in Australia, specializing in everything web. The purpose of this video and this YouTube channel is to document my journey actually growing the company and just, showcase the failures, successes, learnings, all that of the business to use watching and for myself to look back on in the future. If you watch this video, you take the information and you apply it, you too could have the advantages that I'm talking about in the video. Now, firstly, I want to introduce something called inputs versus outputs. Put it very simply, and I want you to think in these terms, an input is just pretty much an investment of time, energy, anything like that where you're taking action, the actual investment of the time and energy. Now, when we talk about outputs, I would like you to think of it as the actual outcome, the actual value provided, the actual what actually happened, the outcome of something. That's the output. Now, those two examples there, I'll connect it all back later on in the video so we can understand it from the perspective I'm talking about. So, you're probably wondering, how do I actually work 24/7? The answer is leverage. For those of you who do not know, leverage is simply a tool you use to get more work done with less physical force. And then if we put that into business terms, when we're using leverage in business, we are using employees, social media, AI, anything like that to get more done with less work. So how do I actually implement leverage into my business? I'm going to give you an example that kind of happened over the last 48 hours to 72 hours, which is actually the reason I'm making this video. Kind of had an epiphany moment. Currently is the 26th of December, so it is the day after Christmas. Yesterday was Christmas. 2 days prior was Christmas weekend. Over the last 3 days, I have not touched my laptop besides some emails on my phone and some messages. I have spent most of my time with family, friends, playing golf, going to the gym and exercising. During that time, I've actually had 10 leads come into the business because of leverage. So let's say those 10 leads I sell websites. So let's say the minimum cost for the website is $1,500. Let's say I sold 10 of those leads on a $1,500 website. That is $15,000 made because of leverage. Whilst I was playing golf, whilst I was at the gym, whilst I was spending time with family and friends, I was using leverage to get leads into the business to then end up with $15,000. So because of this, it kind of has opened my mind to what is possible if you leverage the right systems. Now, like I said earlier, I was doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do and the business was still running. I was still working I had leads coming in at 5:20 a.m, at 11:20 p.m. at night. I was sleeping. I was playing golf when leads were coming in. I was going to the gym when leads were coming in. I was working 24/7 because I was leveraging whilst I was doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. So what was I leveraging? How was I leveraging? What was I using to kind of get more work done while doing whatever I wanted to do? What I was doing is running paid ads. So I was spending money for my ads to come up on people's social media pages. So sum it up, pretty much I was just leveraging money and I was leveraging social media advertising. The beauty of this is at all times, as long as you're spending money for paid advertising at all times of day, all times of night, it does not matter what you're doing, your ads are being shown on people's screens across whatever locations you set. It doesn't matter what you're doing, is being shown to everyone. If I'm playing golf, if I'm at the gym, it does not matter. So to tie this back in to the inputs versus outputs side of things. Now, when people say they work the hardest, no one can outwork them, no one can work harder than them, I think it's stupid, because at the end of the day, everyone has the same amount of time in a day. There's only so many hours you can work in a day before you need sleep, you need to eat, you need to take care of other areas of your life. You can only work a certain amount of hours before you run out. So there's 16, 18 hours a day is the maximum you can work by yourself if you're working as hard as possible, which in China there's kids working in sweatshops who do the same amount of hours. Like, you can't work harder than them. So it's a losing game when you say you work the hardest. What should be the actual argument is how much output, how much of the outcome did you actually get from your work? So to compare the two, one guy says he cold calls 8 hours a day and makes 200 cold calls. 8 hours a day he's spending cold calling. And then there's me, I'm playing golf, I'm at the gym, I'm with family and friends enjoying my time. I'm spending $80, $90 a day on ads. I'm reaching 2,000, 3,000 people a day, something like that, while I'm doing whatever I want, versus the guy here who works harder than everyone and he's reaching 200 people a day. But I'm doing whatever I want. I'm spending time with loved ones. I'm doing whatever, and the business is getting more success. So if you are looking to become an entrepreneur, you need to have that shift in mindset. You need to stop thinking, I work the hardest, I can do the most, I can outwork anyone, because you can't. It's a losing battle. You cannot work harder than everyone, because there's people, like I said, in countries who are working 16, 18 hours a day that are working harder than you, or just as hard. And guess what? It does not matter. What you need to focus on is how much output you're actually achieving. What is actually the value you're creating from the work you're putting in. Once you can have that shift in mindset and you can start leveraging people, you can start leveraging money, you can start leveraging AI, start leveraging whatever you can to do at least amount of work as possible but get the most amount of outcome. Once you can implement as much leverage into your business as possible, you can see exponential growth, faster growth, and also you can do less work. You can get more for less. So I hope that really kind of does make sense. I kind of rushed video because it kind of just come in the last 48, 72 hours, and I wanted to kind of document what I'm thinking and stuff like that, and kind of the epiphany moment. But yeah, anyone can do this. Anyone can leverage social media advertising for any service they offer, and they can do whatever they want to do during the day. If they're running ads, the business is still running. Thank you for watching the video. If you are into anything entrepreneurship, online business, any of that stuff, do subscribe, like the video. I'll really appreciate it. Get in touch with me if you do want to network and talk about stuff business. My social media links are down below. Thank you for watching the video. Ciao.